really is the rock.
Hey
He really is
man,
that.
listen, I got you, brother. I see what you got going. Let's play it a little bit more. Let it go in the
You feel
back.
me? Go ahead, play it. Run it back.
We play a little
Run
bit
it,
more.
run it back. Most definitely.
Man, my house was built on you, boy.
You hear me? They're trying to tell you something.
I don't know if y'all can tell, man, but we love Jesus.
That is
That's
crazy.
what it's about.
Christ is my firm foundation,
Hmm.
the rock on which I stand.
Those of you that don't
When
know, this is firm
everything
foundation.
around me is shaking,
Let's put the link in the chat for you.
I've never been more glad I put my faith in Jesus, 'cause he's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? He won't.
Won't
Yeah, yeah. He
you
won't.
won't fail, y'all.
I've still got joy in chaos. I've got peace that makes no sense. So I
It's
won't
that part
be
right there.
going under. I'm not held by my own strength. Said I build my life on Jesus, and he's never let me down. He's faithful through every season. So why would he fail now? He won't. He won't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He won't. It's not
Not in
his
his
nature
nature
to
to
fail.
fail, man.
Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which yeah. When everything around me is shaking, I'll
It's
never
never
been
break.
more
It's never wrong to break out in some worship. Never wrong to break out. You gotta do that. But we ain't talking about God. We're talking about as we give honor to our Lord and Savior. We won't fail. Amen. Y'all put some fires in the chat if you know God won't fail. Through every situation, through every trial, through every tribulation, through every bad trade,
No,
God
fact.
is there. He is there, man. He is
Man,
there.
if you're standing on Jesus,
And Jesus is
standing
standing on
on
something strong.
something sure.
Amen.
If it's your testimony, come on, say, rain came, wind blew, but my house was built, and I'm safe with you. I'm gonna make, oh, rain came, wind,
I don't know about y'all, but
hallelujah.
listen, this song got me through some storms, man. This song got me
man,
through
for
some
real.
storms, J Mac. You hear
It is crazy.
me?
This song here go crazy. I'm like, man, every time I'll be like, man, I'm finna get water. I'm like, it's
Right.
crazy. It's
Listen, we ain't gonna
crazy.
listen. We love God. We ain't gonna hold up too much. We gonna leave the
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we finna get busy. Just
You
have to
know
let
this
that
song.
sink in. Let that, you know.
Yeah, you know this. Talk to me, man. Normally when we get on and and obviously, especially as we open up in prayer, uh, this this right here, man. We usually go into a little news. We look at a couple of different things. But J Mac, I know you have your own way that you go into the market, and guys, J Mac trades futures, right? So
Mhm.
not necessarily looking at stocks unless that we see something that catches his eye. But I'm just going to let him go ahead and kind of let you guys understand how he attacks the market. And when I say futures, it's similar to Layla, right? So those of you that were on with Layla last night, drop some fires in the chat because she did an amazing job. Uh,
That you do that.
Amazing job, and now it's a great pleasure to have my brother Jay Mack getting on here, and doing something similar, but it's going to be his style, his
Hmm.
specific strategy. We're going to see what that looks like, right? And I'm excited for that. But without further ado, take over, Jay Mack, and let you do your thing.
Let's get it. Let me share screen. Uh, okay, sure.
Yeah, it should allow you to share. You should be showing co-host.
Yeah. Hold up.
What happened? They dropped him out of here? Oh no, yeah. Listen, I bind the enemy. I bind the enemy in Jesus' name, man. What's up with that? There he is. He came right back. He's right back, which is good.
There you go.
Here we are. Do you look at, I mean, obviously with futures, man, how I'll let you go ahead and talk, but do you look at the news at all when it comes to this, or do you kind of go straight to the chart?
I'll go straight to it. So if you want to talk about the news first, then
Not,
you
I
know.
want you to do your thing because we normally we'll analyze, we'll look at a little bit of news depending on for the stock market.
Hmm.
And there were some things I seen with futures. Um,
Hmm.
so we read about that yesterday, and maybe I can kind of just let you talk about how it really impacts that specific market.
Hmm.
Um,
Uh,
I'm just let you do your thing, brother.
oh yeah, most definitely. But yeah, with news, like yeah, I really don't even look at it, only pay attention to it because to me, news is either going to accelerate what's going to happen already, or it's just going to hold it back. So price, the money is going to go where it wants to go. So news is either going to accelerate it or just going to make it take its time. So
Right.
it's like either way, my system is going to go along with the market, no matter what's going on, like elections and all these other stuff, even
Yeah.
news, red news. Well, red news I don't trade. Now that's dangerous to trade overall. Like you shouldn't be trading. You get killed in there. Like you don't want to do that. But other than that, can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So right now we're just on NQ waiting on something to happen. Uh, we can do a top down. Let me just delete all this. Delete all that. Let's do a top down. I start. Since I trade on the 5 second, this is it's crazy over here. But I have two systems. I have a higher time frame system as well, but day trading is in front of the computer for 2, 3 hours, 5 second chart. That's my entry time frame. So we're just gonna do
Wow.
a top down.
So you trade 5 seconds. I know we talked about that, guys, with the interviews. J Max trades on the 5 second. That means those candlesticks are those they
5 second,
represent 5 seconds, and it happens quick.
quick.
Go ahead.
See? Right here, look how fast it's moving. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds. Then on to the next one. Right there. So like you really just gotta know what you're doing here. But it took time. But oh, here you go. I had this written out last night. There's four types of traders. Lay hit it. Um, talked about it briefly last night, talking about scalpers, day traders, swing traders. So these are all the difference between them. Scalpers is like you barely in the market for, minimum 10 minutes, max probably an hour, depending on the type of scalper you are. Day trader, a few hours, no more than a day. Swing traders, a few days to a week. And then positional traders is like almost investing weeks to months. Those are the different type of traders in this market. You can be all at once, or you can be one by itself, depending on how your system is. I'm open for questions as well as I continue to talk. Go through let me see, where is that so I can see. the chat. There, there we go. Gotcha. But yeah, these are type of traders, types of traders that you can be. It's all about your personality, how long you want to be in front of the charts. Do you want to just set it, see your setup, set it, walk away, and let it play out? Risk management, go to one or two. That's basically what this is. It's a tool here. So you place a trade anywhere around here, place it as a daily, and now let's say you got a risk reward of 1 to 5. You place this trade and you walk away. Not forget about it, but you just walk away. This trade lasted 2 months, 62 days, and in a profit. But that's this more of a swing to positional trader. Um, I don't know if anyone want to be like that right now in the beginning, because we know in the beginning we want to, you know, build the system, get profits, and do what we got to do. So now we're just doing top-down analysis. I start from 1 hour since I trade 5 second. I don't need to go too high because that information don't matter to me. It's going to take months and stuff for a price to get to those points. I can just trade intraday. So if we just looking at this market here, if we see this indicator here called a structure mark, it's basically telling me, it's making my work easier. Because if we go to, I'm pretty sure I'm assuming y'all know structure already. We have a low to a high to a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is a uptrend or a markup. Then we have a high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, downtrend or mark down. And then we have that special, area of price. Some may call it consolidation. I call it an accumulation or a distribution. And this is the only way the market moves, up, down, or sideways. And this is that. So now, if we talk about my system before we even get to the top-down analysis, this is basically what I trade. Just this, a markup, markdown, or uh, accumulation or distribution. Now, it's more context and depth into each category, but just the basics is we know the market moves in cycles. So even at an origin point, if price is here, it has to go up. And then once it starts to come down, we understand that this right here was a distribution of orders. Once it comes down, it's accumulating orders for what? For price to come back to the top side. And that's where we get the highs and lows from. So now my system is based off that. So when I look for things, I'm just looking for something like this. Let's see. And I try to enter down here and ride this trend all the way through until the market want to start distributing. Then once it does that, I'm out the market. Then we wait for a new setup to come. Then we get in, catch that next trend. So I'm always trying to catch the trend before it happens instead of, price works on its own time. So I may wake up or come to the charts around this time. It's all about knowing where you are in this market. If I'm in a trend already, I can still position myself to get involved, but understand that if it's too far away, I may back away when the context starts to fade out and understand that the market is not the same as it once was, and look for more opportunities to continue to go higher once you get back to context. So now, let me know if y'all following, by the way. I could just be rambling.
Drop a one in the chat if you learning something. I know I am. Drop a one in the chat if you learning something.
All right. So even, let me see something real quick. What's it, the 1 hour? Let's go to, and these all the symbols that I, look at. This mostly futures here. That's why the F and say futures right there. We got gold, NASDAQ, ES. ES and NASDAQ almost the same, it's just one is more cleaner sometimes. We got copper, platinum, natural gas, oil, Bitcoin, silver, and this Bitcoin minis, if you ain't got enough money to do the standard Bitcoin thing. Then we have FX, GBP, USD, this right here, and this, beautiful. This is a system I'm testing out from a higher time frame where I'm entering on a 1 hour based on the same system. And we're still managing this trade right here. But this is what I was talking about. As you can see, I'm always entering once the trend is starting, like or already going. All this, when you see these lines this is all out of context. I don't want to be in a market where prices going down or not going with the overall context of the market. Right here, all this price action is not worth touching until we get into good context. Same thing all the way over here. Price, bad context, start to go higher, good context. I always want to go with the market at all times. The trend is your friend, basically. Once you're in a market where it's going back and forth, you don't want to be in it. It's more risky to take more losses in this market than to just be on the right side all the time. And that's where we build context at. So as you can see, these zones here, these are all S1s. That's what I call it. Stage ones and stage twos. Stage one is the accumulation. Stage two is the trend. Stage one is accumulation or a distribution. And how I validate if a market is out of context, if price tends to go below the previous stage one, money is not in this market no more. So I don't want to buy. I don't want to be near this market. I will wait to price show me that price want to go back higher and then get in off these new stages going higher. Put a one if you're following so far. Everybody good? Cool, cool, cool. So now this is basically my system in a nutshell. And now with this indicator that you see these lines, this is just basically showing me the ranges at hand, you know? So when price breaks here, understand that we are bullish. And where did that bullish come from? It came from here instead of all the way down here. Bullishness came from there, then we got this new high. So now we're in this bullish range here. New low, new low, new high, new low, new high, new low, new high, new low, new high, so forth, so forth. And this just makes my job easier to just come in the market, see, okay, where we at? If the overall context is bullish and I'm in a bullish range, okay, now I can go down to continue to validate this system, validate this context. And now I have a blueprint for y'all to follow. It's called the EVC, the entry time frame, whatever time frame you want to enter on. Let's just say, uh, let me use the 1 minute right now. The 1 minute, that's your entry time frame. Now your validation time frame, you times this, you times the entry by 5 or 6. You times that by 5 or 6, so you either get the 5 minute, it's terrible, 5 or 6 minute. And then you times the validation by 10. And now you get either 50 minutes or an hour. So we just go make it easy, do the hour. So now what is this telling me is that if my context on the hourly, where is that? If I'm in a bullish range on the hourly, my context is there. On my validation time frame, I don't want to, if price starts to move down, I don't want to short the market. I don't want to sell. I want to wait till validation turns bullish here. As soon as this starts to turn bullish here, we can go with finding the S1s, the S2s, on this market. Then on the entry time frame of 1 minute, we enter based off that. Now the entry is
I feel like that was very, very key. Like that's first of all, I haven't done that. So thank you, J Mac.
mhm.
Two, I like that a lot. Two, do you guys understand what he just said? Drop a two in the chat if you're following. 'Cause he's giving you some really good information. If you got any questions, please let us know. Because he just gave some really, really good information. Can you run through that one more time?
The EDC.
Yeah, for myself.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. Got you, got you, got you. So basically, I got to draw it again. So we just gonna start it over. Just go start it over. So we got the EDC, EBC. We got an entry time frame. So whatever entry time frame you have, so now it works on all time frames. So, and side note, how I view candlesticks is orders coming into the market, not necessarily just the time frame. It is, meaning like if I trade 1 hour, that's 1 hour candlestick and all the other stuff, but it's like how are the orders coming into the market during this time? It's not, so I just want to see the orders coming to the market because that's what we trade, order flow, not just structure and everything else. Because structure and order flow, once they align, is very powerful. But if structure is going bullish, but the order flow look like it's failing, you'll be like, I don't want to buy. Context is not here, the power is not here, so I'm not gonna stick around and wait, or stick around and try to trade, force a trade when it's not there. But anyway, the EVC, now let's use a different time frame. Let's use 15 minutes. Uh, what is it? 15 minutes as entry. What we do times 5 or 6, depending on, which one looks better for you, get the best information. Oh, gotta bring, gotta bring the what's column out, man. Too many numbers. So that's 75 minutes. So what is that? We'll go 2 hours. What times 6, right? 90 minutes. So yeah, 2 hours. Ooh. 2 hour is your validation time frame. Then times that by 10, what's that? 20 hours, so 1 day. And this is your system. This is where you find if you need to be in this market. Meaning on a daily, just like here, if we're in a bullish range, that's your context. Okay, we're bullish at this moment in time. So now on a validation time frame, I need to figure out how to be bullish if this validation is validating the context. Because if the validation is bearish, but the context is bullish, it's not synced. It's not in line. So you don't want to be involved in this market. Now, once the validation becomes bullish with the higher time frame, now you can go down to your entry time frame and look for your setup. Because now the money is all aligned together and you want to just ride that wave with it to the top side. And it goes vice versa for the shorts once you take in shorts. Uh, Everybody got that? That did it right there, my boy.
Yeah, man, 100%. I like that because we were talking about time frames and obviously with the intervals with the candlesticks the other
Mhm.
day, and obviously they seen my strategy, right? So they seen trend lines in those things. Again, I keep it simple, but this right here, I mean, this is like that's something to definitely add. I've never seen the EVC, so this is my
Yeah.
learning the EVC. I know that the larger time frames can definitely validate, your trade and your position. So that's kind of how I look at it. But as far as
Mhm.
EVC, this is literally my first time learning this. So
Yeah. Yeah. This is most definitely powerful. This helped me a lot because you can play through time frames, try to get a lot of information, but like, okay, are we going bullish, bearish? It can get faked out a lot. But once you just have this set EBC, and it took a lot of testing to just get these ranges, together to see the best information. But once I got it, I'm like, oh, okay, entry, validation, context. So now let me start from the context and work my way down. If the context is good, then the validation is complementing the context. Okay, now I'm entry. It's green. It's ready to go. But if it's not, if the validation is not there, We don't trade. We don't do nothing. So we need all three to be green. You don't want to miss one. Be a human and be like, man, I'm still finna enter.
Yeah.
Even if you be a human, like, look, hey, we all fall short of God. You feel me?
You gotta check off the marks for your strategy, man.
You got to. If you look one over, you like, man, look, I'm still good. All right, all right. Your system go show you. But this is that. That's the ABC. Hope y'all took that down. I mean, I'll tell it again. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So basically, top down analysis. What range am I in right now? This is NASDAQ. We've been bullish for 10. We've been bullish since this break here. Since this break here, even though on the higher time frame we've been bullish much further. But for 6 days we've been moving higher. 6 days we've been moving higher. Does it look like it's failing? It may be, it may be. But right now, just looking at this time frame here, delete all this. Actually, let me just click the chart. Looking at this time frame here, most people would think this right here, all this big push up, this big leg is extended, which it may be, they may be correct. But what I've learned is not to try to pick a top. Don't try to sell here if price is not showing you that it wants to sell. If price is still moving bullish, find a way to continue to go bullish. Because my idea is I would rather be, if we're using this as structuring, I would rather be right all these times here and wrong here rather than be wrong here, and right here. You did. So I'm winning more here and being wrong less rather than me being wrong trying to call a top every time and being right one time, but losing all my money during this time. So it's like there's no real risk to reward there. There's no gain because this push here may not bring me back to break even. But if I made all my trades here where I could take a trade and still hold it and take another trade while this trade is still running and still hold it and then take another trade while this trade is still running and continue to go higher. So it's like that's my idea of always continue to push with the market. If it fails, it fails. Plain and simple. If it fails, it fails. So now, top down analysis. We're using the S1s, S2s. Right now, we have this S1. Why do I call this a S1? Because if we think about candlesticks, candlesticks is its own range. Let's think of it like this. Or look at it like this. Candlesticks is its own range. This is a candlestick, and this is the current trading range. So if this is the 1 hour, and it started here, the up candle, started here, and price went down, price went higher, and price came back and closed. This is that trading range, meaning the next candle go open here and possibly still trade in this range before taking higher, or it may dip down a little bit and then continue to go higher. But currently, this is the current trading range, just like here. So when price breaks down, I call this a S1, stage one, meaning if it breaks below and I'm already moving price higher, once it breaks down, this was a distribution in the market. This is a distribution. People are, locking in profits or selling off right here. That's the whole idea of that. And we can get into distribution accumulation in the future because that's a whole nother topic in itself. But the just basically this is a distribution. So right now we're just waiting for more stage one, stage twos to go back higher in this market. Let's do that and draw it back.
Any way you can zoom in so we could, you already doing
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Let's zoom in some more. Boom. So I have a few indicators right here. I have structure mod. That's what you see. Let me zoom back out. Structure mod is these lines here. It automatically updates as price goes, so it can be easier for me to view the structure in the market. So just easier for me to view where I am without me looking at it naked, you know? If I look at it naked, I'm like, okay, a lot of work. I can still navigate where I'm at. But when there's help, you know, let's use it. Let's use the help. So we have that. Now for this day here, because I trade from 7 to 12. What time is it? 8. Oh yeah. Uh you already know 8:30. Well, 8:30 my time. 9:30 for, people before, and what's that? 7:30 for people behind. And now is like really finna open up like a you dig. You dig. You dig. They finna open up. So we have this distribution. That's the distribution because candlesticks are still in there. And then I have a lot of points. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's think about this right here. So another thing, before we even drop down, my bad, y'all. It's a lot. We have this candle here, right? Now, we'll see we have another candle. Oh, come on now. There we go. So we have another candle in here. Open there. We have a long wick here. Then we have this here, candle wick above this previous candle. Now, this is trader preference. Uh, some people would call this, okay, this is a new candle, meaning we can trade this candle. But for me, if price then close above this previous wick, just like here, and just like these two candles here, yeah, y'all can see that, yeah. And just like these two candles here, three candles actually, those candles there in this area right here, you see price still didn't close below that candle. So that means just think of all these candles is still within this one candle here. Until price close below this, all price is still related to this one candle. It's all different. I mean, all the same. Just like this big bullish candle here, you'll be like, oh yeah, we still good with these little candles here. New candles forming. No, all those candles are still within this one candle. So you can just move this high, be like, okay, all this is still one. Then it closes. Now this is its own candle. This is its own candle. And now we have that. So when we think about it as in candlestick, we have three bullish candles. Well, actually, two bullish candles and one bearish candle right here. Right here. This is a bearish candle with the close below, and it became a bearish candle. And then now prices move sideways, and it went through a S2 right here. So now on this hourly time frame, if I'm looking at it, what can I expect? If this right here, let me delete all this. This is a S1. From what I've said so far, we have S1 there. We have this previous S2, but then also this candle also acts as a S1 because of these candles in here. In here, fractally is accumulation or a distribution turned to a reaccumulation. That happened. So we have the push up. Now we have this S1 here because price dropped. So now we're still here in this range here. So price is bullish overall. Then we have price break there. This becomes an S1, S2. Then price is here with this S1 here. Then it breaks down to an S2 there. Then we have a S1 here. And what do we have? From this low all the way to this high, this is the S2. So now with this candle right here closing still within this candle, it's forming a S1. So now when we go down time frames, go to the 30-minute, and now you can see these orange lines. This basically helps me show y'all what I just said about all these candles still being within this one candle. So this orange line just makes my job much easier to see that all these candles are still within this one candle. And that's what helps me map out my S2s and S1s. So right now, from the 1 hour, we're still in this S1 here. Then on the 30 minute, we are in the S1 here, coming off this S1 here. So the range from here is here. Still in the bullish range, still following context. Now we go to the 5 minute. The 5 minute, what's going on? Always remember where we are. So where we are, let's take note. We have the 1 hour here. Let's just draw the boxes actually. That's much easier. The 1 hour is here. This is where we are in the 1 hour. 30 minute, we're here. Go make that 30 minute, we're here. So we always want to know where we at. Always remember where we at, unless you go add multiple screens to your chart, which that can get chaotic unless you're good at it. I'm not. So we can get that can get chaotic. So right now, where we at? We at a stage one and on the 30 minutes. So we understand that either, well, no, either, but a distribution is happening and we waiting for an accumulation to happen. One impulse changed the whole schematic. So we have a S1 here to this S2, then price drop down, so this becomes a S1. So now we wait, if price breaks below here, as it did right here, this is worthless. We don't want to, so now I don't need to go to 1 minute or 5 second. There's nothing for me to do here. My job is done. I don't, there's nothing for me to trade here. So now I just go, let me put an alert here actually. As the price come above there, then I will come back to this market and look at it. So now I'm free to go to somewhere else. Gold. And let's start over here. As you can see, S1s, S2s, S1s, S2s, all the markups. We have, and this is what I mean, catching a trend and letting it run. Let's go back here. These are just old trades I left on the market, on the chart. Top down, we have the daily, the 1 hour winners bearish range from here, as you can see, from here. So now, this we understand that price went back higher. It could come back to a S&D zone. Really don't matter. We just waiting for price order flow to come back to the bear side. So once that happened, we got S1 to this S2 to this S1 here. Then price broke down to a S2 to a S1 in here. So now during this time here, I'm ready to go down in time frames to understand where I am. So I understand, okay, we have a S1 here going sideways, but now it's always about the trader. Does this look pleasant to start trading? Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Let me slow down. Y'all gotta catch me. I'll be going. I get so lost. Well, not lost, but carried away. That yeah, I'm like, dang, grab my hand. You leave me behind. But hey, let me slow down. So we have this S1 here. This is the 30 minutes. So where we are in a 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we're bearish. From here, here. Oh, we got an alert. We have an alert. Was it NQ? That was NQ, right, y'all? No. Why replay, that's why. There we go. So we back over here. 30 minute, 30 minute range, 5 minute. Now it's back higher. So now we back into decent context. So now I would want to see a close above here. If that close above here, so now we go down to the 1 minute and follow the same thing. Once the 1 minute go out of context, we walk away. But once it stays in context, then we go down to the 5 second and do the same thing. Uh, as we wait, oh, we might get something nice today, y'all. We might, I don't know. We might get a setup. We might take a trade today. Me. get this stuff situated. Go. So while that's doing it, we got a minute left. Well, my bad, y'all. Once it's time to get busy, you got to get focused. You really can't. I can't play around on 5 second. We got 7 seconds. Five. Boom, 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 boom. Looks like it's gonna close up there. Boom. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So now we're back into bullish context. This was a that's two. So now we gotta wait till this candle close. That's another 5 minutes, so we'll wait. Um, no, set an alarm right here to. I just said we'll come back in 4 minutes. What time is it? 8:30. Oh, oof, oof. So now we might wait till 8:35. We want to let everybody get their trades in.
Mark, Mark,
Oh, look, I had to check the time. I was like, oh, what time is it? Oh, no, yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm. All right, let's go back to gold because we make a look at some stuff. So now, from what we have learned so far, basic S1s and S2s, and we wait on either price to come back to grab more orders to continue to move down, or we find orders in here to continue to move down with the overall context of the market. So we just go back over here to a yacht. The 1 hour we're bearish. This is the range we're currently in. You always want to trade with the range at hand and use that to build your context off of. So right now we're at the in the bearish range. Price comes back higher. We got the S1s, S2s to the S1s to the S2s all the way down. Then as we continue to go down, somebody dog going crazy. We have this big S2 to this S1. So now, like I was saying earlier, depends on the trader you are. When you want to go down to participate in some of this action, I took a -1 in there, as you can see. Then we waited till price to become cleaner. Oh, let me see. Oh, any market is tradable with this formula. That's because it's basically true supply and demand. Once supply comes into the market, it comes into market. When demand comes to the market, it comes to the market. So let's go to we all know Bitcoin.
Listen, man, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Bitcoin went to 103K,
Yeah,
4K this morning, but it's over 100K, y'all, and it is fantastic. That was based off some news of what's the guy's name?
yeah,
He, he's a Bitcoin, he's a pro crypto. Somebody I can't talk right. Pro crypto that President-elect Donald Trump nominated. His name is Paul Atkins to lead the SEC. And that is big for cryptocurrency, period. Which is why
yeah.
the influx of Bitcoin kind of came. So that's a little bit of news that definitely is going to help. Bitcoin is going to help the Bitcoin stock, Samara, MicroStrategy, Riot. It's one of and that IBIT shares. Listen, I had a trade on IBIT that I posted, and I might be getting a trade today on IBIT. So, and that's the Bitcoin ETF. But I just wanted to say that, yeah, Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Bitcoin is going crazy, and based off the model, the system that I trade, we can just look at it. This was a S1, and we anticipate S2. We anticipate true demand coming to the market, so we're just going to ride this all the way up to it want to go. And as we continue to go down, we have all this. You know, just mark it out. Once you go to your charts, you can either go get this inside bar visualize Pine V4, visualize a Pine V4 indicator to help you visualize it, or you can just go candle by candle and understand any candle that's within one candle, that's then S1. Then once it break higher, okay, that S2 came from somewhere. Then we have S1. I have zones right there. I didn't even know. Let's see, let's change these colors. See? Right there. Boom. S1, S2, S1, S2. And it's crazy because even though we knew the market was bullish based on this range here, I still took a short in this area. Basic reasoning is because of this wick low. So I was like, okay, the sellers might be a little strong right now. So I took a sell in there. Let's go. Because I had to find it in the archive of TradingView. And this was the trade right here. I'm like, wow, I really took a short in this market at what's this? 9/16, September 16, 2024. I was like, wow.
Fire.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you know, you could be short and you could be wrong about the market and still make money. That's the beauty about the system. I was very wrong here. Well, I didn't want it to go lower. I'm anticipating that it might just come take this low to continue go higher. I already knew Bitcoin was gonna. It's crypto. It's already big in itself. So I'm like, this ain't go die. We just grabbing more orders here to continue to go higher. But once price started to go higher here with this accumulation forming on a higher time frame, we see that it just never stopped. So it works on any thing. What is this?
Shaney asks, how many different stocks do you
Yeah,
trade
that's
in a day with this formula?
any stock, any pair, any symbol, anything, because it's all about supply and demand. Once true supply or demand come to the market, we know that it's going to move higher. That demand is going to push price higher. And once demand comes into the market, we got to think of like ourselves. Once we buy something, we are that demand. We're demanding that item or that currency or that security to go higher, right? We want to buy it. The demand, we add to the demand in the market. So once the demand goes higher, the price is going to go higher, and we wouldn't want that price to come down because we'll be losing profit. And then we got to think about that's how the banks are. Once they move the market, they're not looking for price to come back down unless they're coming back to mitigate and close orders that they had previously from selling. So they come back, they don't chew the man, don't come back to its S&D zone. If it does, it's a 50 or higher chance that it might blow through that. S&D zones in my book is not supposed to hold completely. They're supposed to come, mitigate, or break through, or in rare cases, move away. But when we think about supply and demand, since we're on this topic, the idea is always is going to go back to accumulation and distribution with this model, meaning we have accumulations happening, and it does this. So accumulation is in its name an accumulation of orders. So when price is moving down in its cycle, once price start to do this and you see a candle do this, some people may look at it as like a bullish engulfing candle. When you look at a bullish engulfing candle, what do you think is happening in here? It's an accumulation happening here. That's why price moved away, made it a bullish engulfing candle. And you can see that sometimes with this bullish engulfing candle, price rarely comes back to this area to mitigate it. It just continues to go. It just continues to go because this is true demand coming into the market. Now, once it comes back, this right here, this red candle that was left behind is that S&D zone, but most of the time it won't always hold. Price won't just come back most of the time and move away. It will come back, probably move away a little bit, then take it out. You know, get more people about, oh yeah, we're buying. Then it sell. And you be like, what happened? Like the demand already, they did what they needed to do in that instance. So that's basically everything in a nutshell. And you could trade any currency, pair, stock, anything. Let's go to, what's it, Tesla. Only difference is it's gonna look ugly. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look at this. It's not as clean as futures or crypto or um, currencies. The reason I say that because stocks they have the designated time open and close. So outside of that, that's why we see these gaps. Outside of that, it's like nothing's happening. I mean, something's happening, but we just can't see it on the market. But if you just look at it, we can just be like, okay, price went down. This was a S1. If we just looking like that, this is the S2. Do we understand that this was a S1? This was accumulation. Then price moved higher, or we use this one. S1 moved higher. Then we understand that this is a S2, and we're working with this S1 here. So now this is that range. So if price was to go below here, we'll walk away from this market, be like, okay, it took out this demand here. So either we want to see new demand come into this market and push higher, or we just go wait and not touch it, walk away. That's basically it. What's that? Yesterday I made a trade and made 59. Good job, my boy.
Yeah, I was gonna definitely let you address that one, man.
Oh yeah. How can you practice discipline? I say just like discipline, because I say we all are disciplined, but not disciplined at the same time. Because we can, I just say us going to the gym or anything, like me being disciplined to go to the gym every day, I can do it, but I'm not too disciplined to do it every day. But I know what works every time is the system. It's my belief in the system. So if my system is telling me to manage, and let me show you my system real quick. Let me just, because if my system is telling me to continue to manage, why should I deviate from that system? And it's basically like this. This is how I think of it as well. Because we know what sin is, right? I mean, we fall short. So if I'm sinning against my system, I'm falling short of my system. So that's how I think of it. So if I'm entering, let's go to back to go, and let's go here. We just go jump right into this. Show you my management. I think this is how I can better explain it. So I enter on a 5 second. It varied. I used to enter on 15 second. But we see these entries here. We go to the 5 second, and we enter the same way, as you can see. S1, S2, S1, and we enter off that forming S1 right here, put the stop at this S2. I mean, the previous S1, because if price break there, then I'm just wrong. So I enter here, but once price gets to a certain area, let's say for me it's 1 to 2.5, as soon as that happens, I go break even. I go break even, and I go to the 30 second. And then it's crazy because sometimes I've sinned against my system. I didn't let my system do what it needed to do because I don't know, I'm human. So when we look at here on the 30 second, my system is to continue to follow price until S1 is broken. So once price continues to go, my stop loss will be here. As it continues to break this one, okay, now my stop loss is here. Continues to go. We got these new formerly S1s. Now my stop loss is here. Price continues to go. My stop loss is here now because it broke here. As it continues to go, my stop loss is here because it broke here. Now, this is the current S1 that we're in right now. And it started to break down. I get stopped out here. Now, yes, it's a risk. Well, not a risk, but it's like being a human. You see this, you left, you think like, oh, I left all this profit on the table. But you can't think like that because this thinking like this, be like, I left all this profit on the table, it hurts your overall system.
Mm.
Because let's say next time you do take a trade and you try to squeeze all this out, you don't know when the market wants to stop going in a given direction. So I'm just going to follow the models that's being presented to me. If it fails to break, I mean, if it breaks uh supply zone in this case, that means okay, demand is coming into market and I don't want to be a part of it. So it's all about just building confidence in your system, not in yourself, not in your discipline. No, build that system. Because once you, it's like, yeah, once you build that system, you're like, okay, even if I have a rough morning or, wake up on the wrong side of the bed, if my system is the same as it was yesterday, I'm going to trade it. And then this is a nice segue, just like, following Christ. If I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, but I know Christ is the same yesterday, tomorrow, last year, you did, I'm gonna
Ah,
still,
bye, bye, bye.
I'm gonna still follow him, right? Like,
Amen.
come on now. Like, let's throw me out the equation. Let's let the system work, because I know how I am, you know? So that's all right there. So if that answers your question,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I think that's great. I think that's great. But yeah, listen, take profit. Just to add to that, don't think about what you could have got. Think about what you got. Because when we
yeah,
start thinking about that, we start to think in lack. Like, dang, I mean, no, you're not in lack, you're in prosperity because the more often that you do that, the more money you'll make over time. And the great thing about the market, as J Max said, you're going to be able to find more than one play, and the market is going to move consistently. So if you can consistently make money, trust me, it's not about the big trade. It's about how many successful trades you can make. And I'll leave it there because those that have more should be given. You understand? That's what scripture says. So just keep that in mind because I know the feeling. I know the feeling of trying to stay in and making the wrong decision, and sinning against my system, as, as Pastor J Max said.
you did. Hey, it's crazy. My mom was like, because I be dropping, I just be talking, man. My mom was like, you might as well go ahead and be a youth teacher. I'm like, listen, listen, stop playing with me. Look, you might get that one day, you know? You might get that one day. Come on now. But look at this. Terrible. Terrible. This is from 8:30 to where we are now. Terrible price action. You just got to know what looks good and that goes back to your system. Once you see your system work in clean markets where this, it's going. That's when you want to be a participant. When it's starting to look ugly like this, even if price do this and take off, I'm not mad because my system was not met here. So I take trades like this. If it just continues to go, this is money that I probably will give back to the market because it's not following my system. This right here was not my money. That's how I think of it. That's not my money. I didn't make that. That's how I see it. So right now I'm just go and wait to some cleaner. So we got, what time is it? Almost 9. I got 3 hours. 3 hours left in the market. So we still away on gold. Uh, let me know any questions that what y'all want me to go over or y'all need help with because I don't see nothing right now for me to even participate in. Let me look at copper. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. And then it's crazy because even though I don't trade support resistance and trend lines, it's all about the context. As soon as you see a trend line, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but as soon as you see a trend line, you come with the information, the idea of okay, the market is overall bullish. You start to see, S1s and S2s. Now you're like, okay, it's complementing my trend line as well, and I can enter here instead of entering here, where for sure prices to go. And sometimes, just like, well, this in tap, so I don't know if that would have been one. But, it's all can be used with anything. It's all about context and how you get the information that the market is telling you, how you build the story, basically.
Yeah, for sure, man. I was doing it live. I was looking at Palantir, man. I just wanted to see if I was doing this right.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And it's gonna get better as you continue because as soon as you like refine when I say better, meaning people are like, okay, now this is that. And as you can see, this is a perfect example. Like I was saying with the candles, even though price technically did close above this previous candle, but it never closed above these wicks. So that means this whole candle, this whole S1 is here. So that's that. Then it started to close. Then we got this short S2 to a new S1. Then yeah, NQ was terrible. I have my other screen over here, so that's why I'm looking to the left. Yeah, look at this. See? Stay out the market. Nothing to do there. Nothing to do. Let's go to crude oil. Any questions? Any uh what's that request? If y'all are, not beginner traders and y'all are looking at a market, do y'all want me to do a top down or, my opinion on a market that y'all request?
You mind doing QQQ? I mean, we pretty much did. I mean, but you mind doing QQQ?
Hmm. Yeah, pretty much the
Yeah.
same thing. I do. Pretty much the same thing. I'd look just like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, this is 12 month right here, 1 year. And it's crazy. I be thinking like this sometimes. I'm like, dang, whoever bought here and held, look at this. What? What's this? 2008? Man, I wasn't even thinking about this stuff, man. I'm like, dang. If I was, yeah, man, if I was thinking about this stuff, boy, you know what would be happening. But anyway, we are bullish. And just based off the 12 month, we have this S1 here. So the S1 was a distribution turn accumulation. So right here, demand is here. Demand is still in this market right here. So we can continue to push higher. We may see a candle possibly dip into here to continue to go higher. So right now we have demand in this market. We can just put that there. And just drop down to the months. We're above. Right now we have price going S1, S2, S1, and we starting this S2. So what are we expecting? Prices just continue to deliver higher. We don't know how many orders were in here for demand, but we know demand is there. And we're just gonna ride this wave until it wants to fail. And as we continue to go down, now this 2 week looks basically the same. Um, we have this S1 here. So on the 2 week, as we continue to go lower, 2 week if price fails here, if it closes there and then the next candle start to close here, we can really stop watching this market until price want to form back up. New demand come back into this market. But and then if you experience that you want to short the market as well, then that's the perfect time. So as soon as it fails, you can start shorting the market and then wait. Then get on when the buyers come back in. So now for the day traders, yeah, they're bullish coming out this S&D zone, if you will, this demand zone, and we just anticipating price to push higher. So now, since we continue to go down in time frames, price, each candle can come back and tap into here and move away. That's the beauty about multi-time frame analysis. Even though I have this demand zone on a weekly, that weekly candle may be still that one candle that's pushing higher, and the lower time frame candles could still bounce off this S&D zone. So if you, I can think in a lot of ways. I'm like, this can be used as a support resistance. You could be like, oh, and you could be like, think of it like that. Resistance, turn, support, so the bounce, continue, move higher. But that's, yeah, that's that. So now we got the daily, still bullish. Nothing to really see here unless we find it. We have a that's one there. There, let me zoom in so y'all can see. S1, S2 to this S1 here. Now we are currently in the S2 right here. We're currently in the S2. So the idea is to continue to push price higher. But price fails below here, then on this time frame, we will now watch the market until demand comes back into the market. Uh, 5 hour looks similar to the daily. 1 hour. Um, yeah, based off what I just seen, yeah, we might be going into a distribution, especially if price close here. Price close here. This will be a distribution here, letting us know supply is entering the market. So now if true demand comes in, we will want to see price close above there. That will let us know, okay, buyers are still in this market and we can continue to move higher. But if price closes and continue to push down, we'll be out here because this is that previous S1 here. Now, as I continue to throw out accumulation and distribution, this is something that's, we just go through it, talk about it briefly. It's a concept called Wyckoff by Richard Wyckoff. It's a concept that I use. It's improved over the time, but this we just gonna talk about it briefly to get y'all thinking about true supply and demand. So, a distribution is an area where people are distributing their orders, meaning not even just people, but the big people, banks, institutions, hedge funds, wealthy people like with tons of money, and also countries. When we trade currency pairs, EU and GBP, China, and all these people, they are also trading, not just like the country is trading, not just the people, like specific people. But this is a distribution, and it's terms that goes with it. We're not go too far into the terms, but this is a distribution. Then we have a accumulation, which happens at the bottom, and it you know happens like this. This is an accumulation. This is the cycle. So as I showed you before with my system, the basic point of it with the consolidation and or accumulation and distribution, I look for this at the beginning and I anticipate that trend. I look for the cycle to come to fruition and look for it again to continue the cycle upward or downward, whatever the given context is. So now, this is what I consider to mean with accumulation distribution and just how it's talking about the bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing. This is what's happening on a distribution. We see price have a bullish candle, but once we get a bearish candle that forms a bearish engulfing that happens like this, we understand that this was a distribution because they clear orders down here. They want price to move lower. And then likewise with the accumulation part. Likewise with the accumulation. Once we see down candles come into here and then we see a bullish engulfing, we understand that this was an accumulation. So now when I come back over here and I see price do this, and if it closes, I understand that this right here was a distribution. And as we go to the lower time frames, this is the distribution on some time frame, like from the hour all the way down to the 1 minute. This was a distribution. And then it comes in a snowflake, meaning we know how snow looks. I mean, we know what snow is, but we understand that different time frames, I mean, different snowflakes look different, right? So this is basically what wipeout is. We understand what's occurring, but it might not look the same every time. Let's see. Let me know if y'all following, put a one in the chat, or let me know if y'all need anything else. Not need anything or want me to talk about anything else, because right now I have nothing to do in these markets. Nothing is setting up the way I like it. We have gold selling right now, so I'm really sitting on my ends. Yeah, NQ looking terrible. ES, mm, copper, platinum.
Hey everybody, do us a favor, drop a one in the chat if you're enjoying this. Let me know let us know you're learning something. If you got any questions, feel free to just ask on any topic. As we take a look in the market, I'm actually looking in the market right now. Um, Look like I just hopped in. I'm gonna hop in on the trade for IBIT. So it's gonna be more of a swing though.
Mhm.
The Bitcoin options, man.
Let me actually check here.
More of a swing. But you guys, just ask any question that you guys need.
Yeah. And before the questions come in, this is piggyback to this management style that I have for myself as well. Um, Management style I use before starting to just follow the market. I used to just have set TPs and partials. People, if you don't know what partial is, it meaning orders, taking orders out the market. Taking your profits, meaning if price is going higher and it gets to a certain point, you take half of what you risk, take that partial, and you move to break even, where now it's a risk-free trade. If price comes down, you're at least left with something. But now, if price continues to go higher, you can still be in this market with gain already, with this much gain already. So that's the idea of the partial system that I'm thinking about, because I have this for the higher time frame because I don't be watching it because I watch it, but it takes days to really come into play. So we have this. We go, what is it? RM. Yeah, it is. So we have 1 to 10. This is basically that. So I take my first partial at 1 to 5 and move my break even here. So if price was to come back, it will stop me out at 3.7 RR on the day. And then if price was to continue, take me fully out at 10 RR, I will gain 7.5. And this is something, you got to build to be like, okay, I'm content with this, until you refine your system, be like, okay, let me figure out how to milk the market and continue to follow the market if it wants to continue to go. But with this system here, it still works. That's what got me profitable as well. But, since I trade on lower time frames, I'm like, let's continue. If the trade want to take me out, let it take me out. But this system here is still profitable. Just go 1 to 10, or really here, 1 to 10, and let price do its thing. Because if price comes down and then start to go higher, you'll still be in there, if that makes sense. So just build your system, know yourself, and trade something, risk something you're comfortable with risking, if that makes sense. Now, any questions?
Questions? All right, y'all. Alicia got one. She says, I'm enjoying this. However, I plan to review and study more to ensure I'm fully capturing and understanding the formula and systems. Okay. And 100% Alicia. Now, and keep in mind that, based off the things that we're sharing and the strategies that, we all have differentiating strategies, or different strategies. So keep in mind that you want to choose what's like best fit for you. Definitely, if this is something that what you're learning here, if it's more appealing to you, um, and you feel more comfortable with that strategy, definitely 100%. And guys, keep in mind that any of the educators that are on the platform, you guys can feel free to reach out to us. If you need that one-on-one help, if you really need that deep dive, it's important that you're just able to reach out to us. Um, and we'll be more than happy to work with you. But definitely, I mean this session, J Mac was is awesome, man. I know we got another 25 minutes, but
Oh,
man, you
yeah,
definitely I learned a lot. I'm over here charting my S1s and S2s as
yeah.
as we trade, and for me, it also helps me with my because I trade trend lines, right?
Hmm.
You guys know that I use trend lines, I use opposing trend lines, but this is something that can definitely help even
Yeah.
with that. So all that stuff is something to note. It's something to note.
Hmm. Yeah, I say most definitely gain something from all of us
Yes.
because that's what I did. I watched, I learned from a lot of people, and it just helped me formulate the system that works for me. Using all these type of methods and everything else, and put them together into my understanding, of course, especially in my liking. If I like to trade like this, and be like, okay, I could use that. So it's basically like with trend lines, I use that to manage. You know. So like, okay, I like to use that to manage because if it's a trend, it's going to continue to trend. So I'm like, let me use that as that. It just about putting pieces to your system, putting pieces together to your system. Yeah, but
Is there
yeah.
anything that anybody has ever been confused on? Feel free to share.
Oh yeah, please let
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, ask questions. It doesn't matter what it is, and no question is a bad question.
It's not, but it's crazy. I was working on something too. I was just thinking about this like a few days ago. Let me go to a clean one. Let me see. This clean. Look pretty, man. A lot of questions coming in. Let me just do this. Uh, yeah, there we go. So now, Jay,
Yes, sir.
with this indicator, I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, let me see. How can I, I'm always trying to make something better. But let's think about, because you know about, bid and ask prices, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, okay. Because if we think about it, we got the bid, we got the ask. Well, hold on, which one is this one? We got the ask. Yeah, the bid is the highest price somebody's wanting to buy. The ask, yeah, basically, there we go. Then we got the middle price. That's the bid and ask spread price
Right.
right there. So I'm like, okay, interesting. So now I'm thinking big because we know the markets, the banks and institutions trade this market. So I'm like, okay, so now with this indicator that I, you know, request people to get and use, I'm thinking like, okay, it goes along with structure and everything else, but if we just think about it like that, the best price is always improving for price. You get it?
Yeah.
Like the best price is always improving, and then the sellers, the people that's down here, they're buying these sales aggressively because that's how it works. So I'm like, okay, so when price breaks down, people, the seller up here aggressively bought this security, this contract, the bank, whoever that big to move the market, they
Right.
bought it. But we can use this to anticipate that price want to go back higher. Because let's use this for an example. If a bank sold here and bought whoever was uh whatever orders that was there, or sold their orders to whoever wanted to buy them here, if nobody wanted to um buy them lower, then we understand that price is going to have to come back up here. That banker is going to have to come back up here to close his orders out at a negative profit because he sold his orders for here, but now he has to buy them back at the price that he originally wanted to sell them for. So now he's in a negative, and now this gets me to think of the true S supply and demand zone. So now, if price since price moved higher, let me erase all this stuff. Since price moved higher and fast through here, once price come back in here, now the idea of the S&D zone holds because now the banker that sold his inventory here to the buyer here and didn't have nobody else to sell it to, he had to come back and buy it back in a negative. So with him moving price higher or somebody else moving price higher, he had to sell back into this position here to come back to break even. And then price moved back into its given direction.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And also everybody will, if you just look at the charts, if you look at the markets, JMac is talking about the buyers and sellers. That's it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, basically. That's all
that's
I'm
it.
saying. Yeah.
And 100%. It's like and it's interesting because these institutions, these massive amounts, man, I just, losing like, a couple $100 million on the trade is crazy.
It's insane. And they do that daily. They do that daily because they
Crazy.
are constantly doing this. They can't trade like us.
Yeah, they can't.
They have to be in the market 24/7. So
What's up?
I'm like, it's
And it
crazy.
is interesting, and again, guys, that's why a lot of times, even when we talk about trading, like it's never a bad idea to take your profits. It's
Oh
never
yeah, it's yeah.
profits. Like because of how the market moves, sometimes you never know. Like we can have all the indicators, we can have the strategy, but it can go in the opposite direction. It just can. So that's why it's important. Listen, even for the whether it's $100 million or whether it's $100, it's all about your percentage. So
Yeah.
please take your 30%, right? Take your 50%, especially if you see that is a fantastic percentage. Imagine $100 million and what 50%, what 20% of that is, what 50% of that is. We're talking about a massive amount of money being made, right? And all they need is 15%. They want to make 15
Yeah.
million dollars, right? So you have to think about it in that regard, even as you kind of trade on your own. It may not be $1,000 right now. It may not be 2,000. It may not be 100, right? But at the end of the day, if I trade 100 and I make $30, that's 30%. I have to be a great steward over the little so God can give me much.
Yeah.
And that's all that trading is at the end of the day. That's why we do percentages. That's why we say, hey, don't look at the dollar amount. It's a reason
Yeah.
why we harp on that. So don't
And
get
it's
caught up
crazy
in big money all the time.
because look at this right here.
Wow.
Data collection.
Talk to us about this, man.
Look, this is all the trades. All the trades. Oh, well, not all the trades. This I haven't did. I've been moving to Notion for my recent trades, but this
Yeah,
is the trades I've been taking. So as you can see, look, the win rate is about 50, which, mainly because of a lot of break evens or break evens at like 1 to 1 possibly.
right,
But I took 14 losses, 10 break evens, which should be more because of how they was break evens.
right.
But if I just tell y'all, like, okay, let me just go to this data right here, right?
Yeah, this is a great percentage. I mean, he's winning 25% more than any loss. So that
So
means he's in profit.
most definitely. So if we look at this right, let me pull it up because just think about what, let me go closer actually. Think about what our minds gravitate towards. It's right here. We have break even, -1, -1, -1, -1, +10, -1, -1, +4, +7, +4, -1, +16. What do your mind remember?
Mm,
minus ones, minus ones. You'll be like, dang, am I even getting anywhere in this system? I keep losing. But overall, did I? Compounded with each trade is 64,000, but
absolutely.
uncompounded is 50. And this is all those
Listen, man,
trades,
I need y'all to drop
27 trades.
some fires in the chat for J Mac because we talk about compounded interest and he's literally showing you guys his win rate. Okay, do you guys understand what was just said? We talking about starting with leverage, trading that, and increasing your account by 64% is absolutely crazy. All right. Is this not easy to do? But it comes through him, like he said, following his system, not sinning against his system,
Yeah,
and allowing the system to give him exactly what it is because it's a proven system. Right. So
yeah.
one thing that he's offering you guys and what he's showing you is a proven system that works. It's there. The proof is in the pudding. The numbers are there. Uncompounded balance was 150. So with the compounded interest, it says 164. That's $15,000 for the compound. You
Hmm.
understand? So you have to look at it's the eighth wonder of the world, ninth wonder of the world, as Albert Einstein said. Compound interest. If we make 30% every day, or we win more than we lose consistently, it's gonna go up. Bottom line. Right? So it's not about what you lose. It's not about how much money you could have made. It's about how much you make consistently over a certain period of time.
Hmm.
Please note that. Like this is a powerful this is powerful. All right, this is powerful.
Yeah, just and then it's like just journal your trades, and when you journal them, you'll see it. You'll be like, oh, it looks good. Because if you just do it mentally, you only go remember the minus ones. You're not gonna remember, oh, I took this good trade here, you know? If you do it mentally, you're like, man, I just lost three trades in a row. I'm scared to get in now.
Yeah.
I'm scared to get in, but it's like, nah, get your system right. Go ahead. What's your EV, expected value? What is that? Hmm? If it's positive, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. If it's positive, you're good.
Yeah, I just want to take one more look at something. Can you
Oh
show
yeah,
the average trade duration?
yeah. Well, this right here, where is it? Average trade between boom, boom,
That's
boom,
eight
boom, boom.
minutes. All right. So yeah, imagine making life-changing money in 8 minutes.
Now that
Obviously that you got to look for
let
the
me see.
setup,
Let me
right? You
see.
got to make sure things are good. But I mean, I'm just giving you guys an idea, that's just average trade duration. You got me. But when you look at time overall, if I can make a quick 30% on the trade that I spend maybe an hour or so to look for a setup, and I get out and go about the rest of my day, and I just focus on doing it every single day. Listen, you're gonna be in a great mode of success. Great
Well,
mode of success.
but it's very possible. Let me see. But it's all about the system, so you
Yes.
get that.
Man, that's the quote of the day, man. Don't sin against the system. Sorry.
Hey, for real. All right, here we go.
Somebody type in the chat, don't sin against the system. Our system is God, right? But in a lot of ways, the system and training helps guide us. Don't sin against the system.
Here we go. Like I'll be, it's like it get to a point where, especially like being a follower of Christ, you be like, should I show this? Am I showboating or anything? You feel me? Like if I be showing profits and all this other stuff, but it's based off the system. So at the same time, I'm like, I don't. It's the system that's playing out, not me doing all these things.
Absolutely.
So it's like, let me see. This what top step. This is my trade rate account. Let me just put it in the Discord. This happened. What was this?
I love it, man. I love it. This is great, especially a great way just to end and kind of digest. And guys, we'll be diving deeper into this. For those of you that need to go a little slower, I know Jay back has said that he wants to have some time with those that need to take it step by step on exactly what he was doing. We went a little bit, just a little bit faster. He still broke a great amount of stuff down, which was great, J Mac. But those
Hmm.
that need to even go even deeper, we will be having some more time for you guys. We'll be seeing J Mac on Thursdays, guys, consistently, man. So I hope y'all like what you saw today, what you heard today. We appreciate everybody from being on. But I think this is gonna be good. You know, as we continue to go into the system, we're gonna learn. Man, we're gonna learn, we're gonna grow. I learned something today. I hope y'all did too. And we're gonna continue to do the same each and every day, right? Each and every day. Um, I did say tonight that I wanted to set up a cold wallet with everybody. We're gonna do that live tonight. Really gonna, or not a cold wallet, but a DeFi wallet. Yeah, so we're gonna do that live. For those of you that just haven't done it, it's gonna be a quick video, right? But I'm just gonna get on and just do it from my computer. If I need to share it from my phone, I will do that. All right. Again, you know, it's going to be a a faulty wallet because I don't need y'all trying to take my seed phrase. And I'll explain why the seed phrase is important, and that is for cryptocurrency for those that are trying to ask, all right, what am I talking about? I'm talking about a DeFi wallet for crypto. We'll be going over that tonight. I'll do that at around 8:30, I believe. I may need to push it to 9, but I'll have that for sure in the chat. Shouldn't take me long. And guys, as traders, I mean, I can just watch charting consistently because you know, it's one of those things to where you like it. Like for me, J Mike, what you said is NQ right there. You looking at?
Yeah, this is in key right here.
I would love to see you kind of take a look at IBIT. I want you to tell me what you think. It's an IBIT ETF with BlackRock. Yeah,
This,
it
this
got
one.
up this morning, obviously off the news.
Hmm.
I would love to just for you to tell me what it follows pretty much like Bitcoin. Has
Oh,
a
yeah, we already know what it's gonna do then.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it's the first year of it too.
Yeah, they just got it this year. This is why another reason you know, this full cycle is gonna be so different because it's the first year that we have these instruments for Bitcoin and crypto.
Hmm. And just looking at it from, and look, this how simple. This is how simple the my system is. Just by I went to the 12 month a year, then I went to the monthly. What is this monthly doing? S1 to a S2 to what? An S1. So we can anticipate this price continue to go as high as it wants to go.
Hmm.
On the 2 week, okay, still pushing. On the 3 day, we just formed a S1 here, and then we pushed higher. So right now, we're working off this trend right here starting. So price continue to push, or anything above here is opportunity to enter. But if it breaks below here, we'll just sit back and wait for more demand to come back into the market.
But
So right now, yeah, still bullish.
yeah, I'm in an option on that right now until I think the expiration date is January 3rd. Um, I'm out of the money, but I made money on it yesterday, and based off
Hmm.
transparently, based off what I know to be true about Bitcoin, the news I just hopped right back in. Um, but I'm thinking that, you know, I'll be in the money in the next week as long as Bitcoin does what it's supposed to do.
I'm gonna put crypto in my long term stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I be missing a lot of moves, just like with Bitcoin.
Yeah. I would love to see you
Like,
chart it. Did you
like
chart
this not
XRP?
even XRP. I got it right. I ain't touch it though. I don't think yeah, I ain't touch it.
Okay.
I ain't touch it. I haven't looked at it really, so that's why I ain't touch it. Beautiful. Oh, 10. Let's go to 12 month. What's going on? Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So we should be still pushing higher. Break this high off this S1, S2, S1 here. So right now just building orders, but just looking at the candles, look like, this one
Hey.
experience and fractals come in, you be like, okay, S1 was there, S2, we working off this demand zone here, anticipating price to continue to go higher.
Yeah.
And as we go lower, we be like, oh, yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah. See, to me, it's funny because I just see patterns. I just see
Yeah.
literally just see a pattern. I see a trend line broken. I see a bull flag. I'm, I'm like,
And
yeah.
I used to be like that. Well, I like that's a crazy thing. Like when I first started trading,
Mm,
and I think like I know this is God. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first started trading, I think I touched on it last time I was talking, but like I was just trying to make money, so I was trading. I never traded for resistance or trend lines.
yeah.
I traded patterns though for sure. I was
Okay.
trading patterns. I was trading wedges, head and shoulders,
Yeah.
engulfings, dojis, all them things. I'm like, man, look, if they saying it's gonna reverse right here, guess what? I'm getting in.
Right.
But the thing is, what I've learned is like all that works. Only thing I was missing is context.
Right.
When do it work? So it's like I can't just if this is a what is it? What's a doji is that? What's a dragonfly? I think whichever one that's a bearish one. Because once you see this, you be like, okay, we got this. So people would think, like, oh yeah, it looks extended. We got a doji, so let me sell. Uh-uh. If I sold right here, I lost.
Right.
Price came, gave me a little profit, me being a human, I probably won't take out. I'll probably get greedy, be like, man, it's gonna drop, clear all this back out. We're gonna do some things because for some reason, us humans, we like a downfall. We
Mm,
don't like stuff to keep going.
mm,
We don't like to see push, push, push. We like, no, it's gonna come back.
mm.
It's gonna come back. Nah, we don't know.
Wow.
It's a hard curve for us to be like, no, keep pushing through, just like in life. Just like in life, we be good, then we be like, man, I feel like I'm finna fail, give up. No, if you just keep going, you good.
Yeah.
Is
Don't
that
get weary and well doing.
man? Just keep going.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you this. I would love for you to that is bothering me.
What's that?
But I would love for you to look at Lumen also. Lumen Technologies, LUMN, it's a stock. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man.
Lumen for me had you know, it was good at first.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what you doing?
Yeah, good at first.
What you doing? Mm, yeah,
Now this is a company I must say that I've seen BlackRock invest in recently.
mm-hmm.
Um, they switching to AI, but yeah. So what you doing? On a daily,
What you doing?
I made some money on a couple contracts with Lumen. I took profit, but I left it in. I left some runners in. I'm on a daily, it looks good, but right now I'm down.
It
So
does. Yeah,
I'm
it really
debating
does.
on, yeah, I was debating on staying in. I mean,
Hmm.
that looks good right there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like even with because we don't know. I could be wrong. And,
Right,
and like same thing, like price could most definitely just like Bitcoin, it could just take off right here because we don't know when they want to turn price around. It could be here, but it's not showing here. We could be like, okay, we still selling, but as soon as price break above, then we'll be buying. We'll be, a little late to the party, but we'll understand that they want to move price higher because they ultimately make the decision. But like down here, if they're like, no, we want to buy at what's that 0.80
right,
and then move price higher. So just for me looking at it right now, it's like I would short this market, but if you pair that with fundamentals and everything else, if these big players are buying this market, I honestly just wait till it's clear.
right.
Yeah. So
Uh,
I'll wait till it's clear. If they are correct and they want to buy, then we'll it'll be a setup to take a buy for
Yeah,
us.
man. If you look on the looked at the daily, I saw a nice setup, man. A great setup. Yeah, you're looking at it right now. But then hit me with this nice little downfall at the top where it is right now.
Right here. Oh, right here.
On the other side, see,
Right here.
yeah, my chart looks a little different. Um, right at the end.
Right here.
Nope. I mean,
Here.
so here, I would love to show
Yeah.
you.
Well, yeah, I might say that or tell me the time.
Well, I want you to tell me what do you see looking at this, and then I'm gonna show you my chart. I just want to
Uh,
looking at this.
what I see looking at this, we're still bullish. We're playing off. Well, actually, no, we're not bullish no more.
Right,
I would not. Yeah, I'll be walking away, wait for a new demand to come in, or
right. That part.
if
That's the part I was
yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
yeah. So right here, yeah, I will be waiting for new demand to come in. But if I'm going off the monthly and knowing that we are still selling, then
Mhm.
this would be opportunity for me to continue to sell this market.
Okay.
Yeah. So because we gotta always remember where we are in the market. On the monthly, we're still bearish. So we want to wait till price align on the validation time frame to go bearish, and then we can be sure to continue price going lower.
It broke my trend line. Right where you drew that circle, it broke my trend. I'm like, all right, I don't like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But at first, listen, it was heavily because if you, I don't know if you can see that if you draw a line of resistance, um,
Up here.
yep, right there, it broke it for me. I got in, I made money on the way up, but
Mhm.
now because it broke the support, the trend line at support, then I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
It was,
looked
it
like
was
it's
about
touching
it.
in. Yeah, but I made
Yep.
money on the way up. It's just that I had the contract still in. I was, it's one of those things where you want to hold on to it. You're like,
Oh yeah, most
it's supposed to
definitely.
go to 20 something dollars.
And it's crazy because now let's just say you put this in the context of the higher time frame using the EBC
Right,
and the S1 to S2, you understand, okay, we got this S1 and this S2, and then let me see, is that's 120, this 119. Oh, actually, price actually broke here. That's one, S2. Then it went down right there,
right.
right here, and this became a S1. So if you partner this with the EBC, the higher time frame, we in a bearish market, then we place a trend here, and then we enter off. Because we can most definitely, I picture this, you could picture this as a support resistance or like a support term resistance
Right.
as well. Because you'd be like, on some time frame, that's why you got to always think fractally. On some time frame, price was just doing this here. And then it moved away, then it came back, broke through that support, became
Mhm.
resistance, and started to do this. So now if you partner that with S1s, S2s, break down along with trend line, say you entered here, or you waited till the touch of this trend line and you
Right,
entered here, and you would still be in this market
right.
as of right now with the stop loss there or the entry here for that one and the stop loss at that base. So yeah, and you'll still be in this market anticipating that price is still going short
Yes.
based off the higher time frame context. Yeah.
Listen, man, I'll tell you what, bro, I appreciate that one, but
Oh,
we appreciate you,
yeah.
bro. We appreciate you. It's 10:30, man. So yeah, I know we want to try to keep our stops at about 10:30.
Oh
But
yeah,
do
yeah.
me a favor and drop some fires in the chat if you enjoyed this morning's session. Just drop some fires in the chat. J man, you did a phenomenal job, bro. I gotta give it to you.
It's all about God, man.
Yeah, amen.
It's
Tell you what, he definitely moved through you and taught some people today.
hey,
You made some really good points too. Listen, don't sin against the system. Yeah.
don't
uh, I don't know what's going on, but make sure you keep it in your mind today. Don't sin against the system, whether it be in trading or whether it be against God. Don't sin against the system that God gave you. You understand? So and I got a shout out to Shanae. Shanae said, I am so grateful to this team every session. Thank you so much. I
thank
learned
you,
something
thank
new. I will be looking at this replay. Thank you so much for this. I used to tell myself, I don't know anything about trading and stayed away. Now I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
you. Amen.
Absolutely. Amen.
Amen.
Glad that you feel empowered because he will take you and give you everything that you need to know.
Yes.
Um, and J Mac, if there's any question that you feel like you have that over something that you taught, I would love for you to just go ahead and ask it.
Uh, see, what was it? I think I was like, I asked somebody. I was like, I feel like my questions would be basic. They were like, to you or to us, you know? I was like, you're right. But I think this is a good question because it's the simplest form of my system. And I said it in the beginning. Like, what is my system? Like, what do I um wait for? Actually, matter of fact, yeah, what is the cycle, if that makes sense? And I'm gonna draw it out so we have it's here. Y'all can start saying your answers though. It was in the beginning. And y'all can use the term consolidation if you will. It's still correct. There's no wrong answer, but we have this here to here to here, here. Yeah, well, there we go. She got it. Well,
You got
I,
it.
I don't want to butcher your name. I'm gonna need somebody to say it.
Satira.
Satira, there we go. I didn't want to
Satira,
butcher it.
congratulations.
There we go.
You just won some more black chain. Satira, you're gonna be swimming in black chains soon.
There
You're
we
gonna be
go.
swimming in black chains soon, okay? That is amazing. Anybody that has won, make sure you reach out to me. I am sending out a link to schedule a call.
Not to compare, but how long did it take for it all to come together for both of you? You mean in trading? Do you mean trading?
Yes,
Uh,
you mean trade. I'll let you answer first, Jay, man.
uh, how did all this? Huh, that's a question for you because it's it's crazy. It's not even really. It's hard to answer, but it's not at the same time because once you look at your trading years, mine is 5. So once I look at there, well, it's 4 years. When I look back, I'm like, wow, it was. It seemed long, but when I the light bulb came and it became consistent and profitable, when I stick to that system, I'd say a year, maybe less actually, to be honest, because it it really came quick once you step back and not focus on making the money. We always know that's the goal. We need to, you know, live. But once we force that, that's when the problems come. We need to step back and allow it to come to us. Just learn. And so what helped was just stepping back, and it took about, I say, no more than a year, maybe even less, to be honest. But that's how long it took for me to put all this together. And then trading is also still an ongoing learning process because the market it can do anything. So it's like you're gonna learn as you continue to trade. Your trading system may be the same, but let's just say next year I manage differently because I have too big of an account where I can't really trade as I once wanted to, so the management will be different. So it's going to be steps that you continue to climb in this market. So yeah,
Amen. Michelle K said that's so good and such wisdom. I agree with a lot of
it's
what, especially what J Mac said. For me, I had to learn. For me, trading was difficult because, well, it wasn't difficult. What I think for me, I had to really just watch people trade, and I also had to just listen. Um, and one of the biggest things was learning support and resistance, learning what a trend line is, and those literally simplifying it the best way possible for myself made it easy for me to trade because I started to see success because of those things that I learned that were simple to me. Um, trial and error is gonna always be a thing. That experience is gonna always be super important, but that's how it kind of came together for me. You know, literally, I think once I learned it, exactly how I trade is exactly how, um, yeah, I was able to start making profit. And ever since then, I haven't really stopped. You know, any other way I can add to that to help me within that, you know, that makes sense to my mind that I feel comfortable with, I do it, right? And one thing um David said when Saul was giving him his armor to go fight Goliath, he said, I haven't tried these, man. I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna go out here with my slingshot and this rock. And I'm gonna get this man, you know, and it's the same thing. You gotta attack your trading. Do the things that you try, that you get comfortable with over time, and that will allow you to tackle any trade, any Goliath, anything. You know, whatever God has led you to, so that helps you understand the easiest. Attack it with that mindset, and that's kind of how I got in it. That's literally how I trade. You know, and as I learn new things, new techniques, you know, I'm able to step into the markets and do it. You know, so I'll say that.
Mhm. Well said, my boy.
Listen, you all, we appreciate you. Satira, you should already have your black chain, so make sure you look at your wallet. Everybody else, I appreciate you all for getting on. If you have not gotten it, make sure you message me, let me know something, set up a call with me, we'll get you taken care of, okay? But God bless you all. We love you. I'm gonna go ahead and let my brother pray us out, and we'll see you all again this evening.
Yeah, yeah, ready. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, hallowed be your name. We come to you today as humble as we can to say thank you. Thank you for giving us another day, another opportunity to continue to grow in the grace and knowledge of you. We ask that you continue to guide us through life, Lord. We ask to continue to pour your love inside of us, make us the best versions that you see fit for your kingdom. We just ask that you continue to just be you tomorrow and forever. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. You muted. You muted. You you muted.
Oh, dang, I didn't even know I was muted. All right, nah. I said, all right, we appreciate y'all. We come against all backlash and retaliation of the enemy. Y'all go cover in the blood of Jesus. Enjoy your day and do your thing. We're gonna play some
You
music.
did.
While you all, if you want to just stick around for a little bit, we're gonna play some music as we look at a little bit more of these charts. And I got a meeting in a little bit, but I'll see y'all soon. Love you all.
Love y'all.
Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. When everything around me is shaking, I've never been more glad I put my faith in Jesus, 'cause he's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? He won't. Yeah, yeah. He won't. No, he won't. No, he won't. Yeah. I've still got joy in chaos. so I won't be going under. I'm not held by my own strength, said I built